Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am beyond excited. I feel like twice a year I always look forward to these videos because I get to be sharing you guys what I personally think are the best of the best products to pick up at the Sephora Vib sale, and also like what's worth your coin. I literally, kid you guys not, I spent an hour and a half yesterday just going through my collection, making sure I pull what I personally think are the best of the best, which are truly worth your money and are products that I definitely would repurchase. So if you guys want to see my Sephora Vib recommendations, then definitely keep on watching. So I am wearing all of the products that I'm going to be talking about in today's video on my face today because you guys need to see some of these products in action. So I will have some demos of the products on the screen as I'm talking about them. You know, this video has to be super organized, you know. If you guys are not familiar with the Sephora Vib sale, usually separate it into tiers. So if you are Rouge, you're going to be starting April 1st. I'm going to have all of everything on the screen for you guys so you guys can know because I don't know the dates exactly. But Rouge starts April 1st and you get 20% off everything in the store. I think that might exclude like Dyson and The Ordinary. And then if you're VIB, you get 15% off. And then if you're a beauty insider, you get 10% off everything in the store. How I like to organize this video is by categories. So the first category I'm going to start with is primers. So I have 3 primers that I want to recommend to you guys. I really try to keep these categories like 3 items or less, but there's certain categories where y'all know, like blush, where I just couldn't do it. So the first primer is the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I feel like so many people sleep on this primer. It is so good. If you have really dry skin, this will become your best friend. I love it. It does go on like a jelly texture, and then when you blend it in, it kind of turns into like this watery consistency, but it does dry down really nicely, and I think that it's just so refreshing. I use this on my face first, and then I went into another primer, which is the One Size Secure the Blur Primer. Now you guys are going to see a lot of One Size in this video because One Size, you guys know, like I trust Patrick Starr with all of my base products. Patrick Starr does complexion exceptionally well, so a lot of his products are in today's video. This primer I love. If you have oily skin, this is great. If you have dry skin, I feel like it's great. Combo skin, great, because it's not a drying primer, and when you blend it in, it just kind of like smooths and blurs everything over. It's not drying. I feel like with oily skin, it works really, really well. This makes my makeup last a very long time, and I love it. The last primer I have is the Makeup Forever Grayness Reducing Primers. This primer is literally everything. Now, I only use this primer with certain foundations when I know my skin peeks through with that foundation. I didn't use this today because I went in with a full coverage product, but I love this because it is like a color correcting primer. It does have kind of like an orangey tint to it, but it's not intense like a normal color corrector. I feel like with a normal color corrector, you kind of have to work super hard to make sure it's fully covered with the product you go on top of it with. But with this just melts into the skin, and it's really subtle, but it definitely does make a difference with that discoloration. I have 3 foundations that I'm recommending to y'all. Y'all probably already know what these are, but a lot of these products I really tried my hardest to keep it a fairly newer products that you're probably like still on the fence about, not really sure. But these 3 foundations did come out this year. So the first foundation I have is this one right here. This is the One Size BBB Cream. I love this. I feel like I need to add this to my Sephora cart because I've been using it so much. Literally, it's like my everyday foundation. I love the coverage that it gives. I'm wearing it today. It's super full coverage, as you guys can see. I think it just covers everything, but at the same time, you also don't have to cover as much. I like to go on with maybe like 2 squirts because I really like to build it up and make it super full coverage. It's just so beautiful. It works so well with a lot of other products as well. I have not had any disappointments, and when I tell you guys my makeup lasts a long time, it lasts a very, very long time. Highly, highly recommend this. If you just want one foundation to pick up from the sale, honestly, it has like this one. This is that one. And the shade I'm in is dark too. So the next foundation I think is a really great pickup is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. This right here is definitely a game changer. It's my favorite foundation from the Nars line, and Nars has a lot of foundations to choose from, but this one right here is great because it does have those skincare benefits added in it. I think it covers super well. You can build it up. It's so beautiful on the skin. It looks like skin. I love using this as another everyday foundation when I just want something a little bit lighter. I personally think this smells like Jolly Ranchers. Does anyone else feel like that? But it's a really good foundation. You guys know I loved this when I reviewed it. I was honestly blown away when I first put it on. And then the last foundation I have to recommend is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. If you are looking for a foundation that literally like could be the closest thing to skin where it looks like there's nothing on your face, this is the foundation for you. I really love this reformulation. I think they hit it out of the park with this. This is great. If you've tried the OG HD and you just haven't made the plunge to get this, get it while it's on sale. Now let's talk concealers. The Nars Soft Matte Concealer is a great concealer to use for literally everything. I like to use this concealer to clean up my brows. That's the best way that I like to use it. I tried it under my eyes. I don't like it, but for getting those like carved out, really like clean brows, this is what I use. This is literally a game changer. Literally, I could fill in my brows so horribly, but then as soon as I cut my brows with this concealer from Nars, it's truly a game changer. Like, my brows look so good, and honestly a lot of that has to do with this concealer. I had to recommend this to you guys. This is a concealer you need to figure out which way it works best for you. I've seen people use it as like a spot concealer under their eyes, which I don't know how they're doing that, but because it is a soft matte finish and I just don't like how it looks under my eyes personally. But cleaning up the brows, this concealer is great. It is pricey, which is $30. It's very expensive. Nars is expensive. A concealer that is a lot cheaper, which is by $5, is the One Size Butter Silk Concealer. This is what I'm wearing today under my eyes. Now, I will warn you guys, this concealer a little bit goes a very long way. I love this concealer. It literally is, the name says it all. It's like butter. It blends out so beautifully. I am obsessed with this. The shade that I'm in for this is Dark 1. I love this. It's a really great brightening concealer, and I just love how it looks under the eyes. I don't have any creasing throughout the day. It lasts a very long time on me. Now, I will say, when it comes to concealers and trying on concealers at Sephora, if you don't have a sponge and you use your finger, it's gonna look like it's separated. Not this concealer specifically, but just any concealer. Highly recommend it. This is literally one of my favorite concealers. Let's talk setting powders, because setting powders, I have been in it lately. I'm obsessed. So the first one I want to talk about is from Nars. So the Nars Light Reflecting Setting Powder is so finely milled, super smooth. I love to use this to clean up my contour. I'm wearing this today. I like to set the bottom half of my face with this. The shade that I use is the shade Mesa. This is a really beautiful shade for deeper complexions, and the shade range is actually pretty good. They did expand the shade range when they came out with the foundation. So I highly recommend this. I don't like the net on this. It is a little bit messy, so fair warning, but I just think this is so beautiful. It just looks undetectable on the skin. It feels undetectable on the skin, but you just know that your face is set. So I highly recommend this setting powder. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powders are literally my favorite setting powders in my collection. Of course, this is going to be in this video because if there's one setting powder you need to pick up from the sale, it is the Huda Beauty setting powder. So I have two shades. Right now, I've been using the shade Blondie for an even brighter eye, but usually I go in with Kunafa, which has a little bit more yellow in it, and Blondie has like a hint of yellow, but I love it because it's still like blur. It still brightens under the eyes a little bit more than Kunafa. I'm wearing Blondie right now. I love these so much. They do have a fragrance in them, I will say, so if you are sensitive to fragrances, you might not like this because it is intense when you first like tap your like sponge or whatever in the product and you apply it to your face, but once it's on the face, you don't even smell it anymore, so that is something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people have been going crazy over the Cherry Blossom powder, which I think is sold out everywhere, but if you could just try any Huda Beauty, they're all great shades. The shade range is great, and I highly recommend it. Of course, that's why I sent this video. The last loose powder I want to talk about is from One Size. One Size only has two shades. The translucent works really beautifully on my skin. I love it, okay? I love this setting powder. This is a translucent setting powder that I actually can use. I don't have a lot of translucent setting powders in my collection. I usually go for more shades that feel more banana-y, but this right here works beautifully. It is a finely milled powder. It just makes your under eyes blurred. It gives the same effect as the primer. So any product from One Size, if you are eyeing it, pick it up during the sale. You will not be disappointed. The products all slap. And then lastly, for powder, I want to talk about another one from One Size. Powder foundation from One Size won an award. It's great. I have another shade in my cart that I want to get that's even brighter for under the eyes. I use the shade for under the eyes. It's dark 1. This is beautiful. You guys see in the little clip that I'm showing, this just honestly makes a huge difference after you set under your eyes. I just think this is what makes my makeup look truly flawless. Honestly, I would get this powder for under the eyes, to be honest. I mean, you can use it to set your face. It is a powder foundation, but it's super versatile. Okay, cream, bronzer, and contour. All right, let's get into it because I don't have any powder bronzers to recommend to you guys. Surprisingly, a lot of them are creams. You guys know I'm into the creams, so let's get into it. The first stick I want to recommend is the Makeup by Mario Sculpt Stick. I'm wearing this today. The shade that I am in is dark deep. I will say I do hope this is a line he does expand because there isn't that many shades, but the shades are pretty spot on. This is the deepest shade, even though I do wish it was like a tad deeper, but this is great for that everyday makeup look when you're not really wearing makeup, but you kind of want to still have those cheeks sculpted. This is really great. As far as like cream bronzers like this, I have 3 to share with y'all. First one is from the brand Say. If you guys have not tried the Sun Melt Cream Bronzer, you are so missing out. I just have been dipping into this so much. You guys see this dent in this. I use this today to kind of like, you know, add more bronze to the face, and I just love it. It just melts. It literally melts into the skin. It's so great. You get so much product. I think it's like $28, but you get so much product in here. The formula, I will say, is more on the dry side, but it still blends beautifully. Next one is the ABH Cream Bronzer in the shade Chestnut. I love this product so much. It's just the shade range could be so much better. So if you could find your perfect shade in this, I highly recommend it. The shade that I use is Chestnut. I love this. I just couldn't do this video and not recommend this cream bronzer to y'all because this is literally one of my favorites. As you guys can see, the dent in my product, it's a lot, but I love this so much. It's so beautiful. So if we are like foundation twins, definitely pick up the shade Chestnut. You will not be disappointed. Lastly, this product right here from Danessa Marques. This is her, what is this called? Because the name is not on this product, so I never know. I think this is like the Contour Balm. So the shade that I use is the shade Deep 2. I love this as well. Same thing with the other 2 bronzers I showed you guys previously. It's a really beautiful product. I thoroughly enjoy it. Definitely check out Danessa Marques if you've been wanting to get into Black-owned brands or just Danessa Marques in general and you love cream contour and cream bronzer. I definitely recommend the Contour Balm from her line. Now, we are about to get into blushes. Okay, so this is a category that probably is the biggest one, and you guys know that I'm obsessed with blush. It's my favorite. If you're new here, blush is my favorite part in my makeup routine. I literally cannot live without blush. Okay, I cannot live without blush. First blushes you guys need to have on your list are from Makeup by Mario. These are his blush sticks. Now I do hope and wish that he comes out with more shades. I have 3. The 2 that I recommend, I wanted to recommend shades that I love personally for this time of year, for spring going into summer. So the first shade I have is Raspberry. This is a super bright pink. If you love pink blushes, then you're really gonna love this one. It's super bright. I can use it. It doesn't look ridiculous. So keep that in mind. It doesn't look ridiculous. It definitely blends into the skin very well. And the other shade I have is more of an everyday blush shade. It's called Earthy Pink. It's super pretty. Wow, I put that super close, but they are very different, I promise. Earthy Pink is a shade that's always sold out, but I can see why. It's a great everyday blush shade. So if you are into blushes or you want to try those out, those are the 2 shades I definitely recommend that work on a lot of different skin tones. Next blush we need to talk about is the Rare Beauty blushes. Now, These are so great. If you haven't tried these, you need to. They're $20 already, which is really inexpensive. So this sale is really gonna, that price is gonna be looking real good. But these are great. The shades that I love, okay, these are my recommendations. The shade Grateful, Lucky, and Love. These are my favorites. They're so pretty for this time of year, spring, summer. They're beautiful. A little bit goes a very long way, so definitely tread lightly with those. You just need one dot. One dot is all you need. Next blushes I want to recommend are from Pat McGrath. Now these blushes are expensive, so why not get them during the Sephora Vib sale? Her powder blushes are so good. I have 3 shades. Hopefully she expands this line. You guys know I'm always down for more blushes. I live for blush. So these 2 shades that I recommend for you guys to pick up are Electric Bloom and Love Struck. Another shade I do recommend is Paradise Venus, but that one is a really pretty nude shade. Super nude, super pretty. But if you're looking for more brighter blushes for this time of year, these are the 2 shades I definitely recommend. So Electric Bloom is a really beautiful corally shade. Stunning. And then the Love Struck shade is more pink, is more like berry toned pink, but it's not super deep berry. So these are just really, really pretty blushes. I think they're like $38. So this is a good time to take advantage of the sale because, you know, expensive. Patrick Ta. Okay. If you could get any Patrick Ta blushes, you need to. So I have the blush palette in a single. So the blush palette was limited edition, came out last year. A lot of people were able to get this during the sale last year, but he released these in singles, which I'm so happy that he did because honestly, if I would have known that, I probably would have got them low-key in a single. I'm happy I have it in a palette, but when I travel, this doesn't fit in my makeup bag. So it's like I really want to take these 2 shades with me, like I really, really do, but I'm so happy I have it in this. I want to finish this up before I do buy the singles, but I'm just happy that that is an option for me if I run out of these because I have been using these so much because I'm like, okay, if I run out, then it's okay because I can get it at Sephora. My favorite shade for everyday is this one right here called She's Baked. I love it. And then for spring, summer, I've been using She's Vibrant a lot. If you love like really poppy, punchy blushes, highly recommend these blushes from Patrick Ta. Now the single blush that I have is the shade Oh She's Different. I love this one. This one is super deep. It's more of a berry tone blush. It's really, really gorgeous. This is also one of my favorites. So when I can't travel with this, I take this one and I'm very happy. His blush formula is really great. I'm wearing it today. I love the fact that you can do the powder first and then the cream on top, which is honestly really amazing. It's so different. Today I didn't do that because I wanted my face to be set. Usually I don't do it the way that he like suggests. I just do the cream first and then the powder to set it because, you know, we can't have a sticky face. And then the last blush product I want to recommend are the Danessa Myricks Dewy Lip and Cheek palettes. What was I about to say? Palettes. So these I love because they're so versatile. You can use them for a cute little nude lip. You can use them for blush. You can use it for contour. There's just some really great products. And then you have this palette of blushes, which are so great for the spring, summertime. I love it. It's very, very dewy. I like to set these with a powder blush, but they do help the longevity of my makeup last a very long time. If you guys have been rocking with me for a minute and you guys have seen the reviews on all of these videos, then you just know how much I love these products that I'm recommending to you guys. So let's get into highlighter, because believe it or not, I only have one highlighter to recommend to you guys, and that is from LYS. The LYS highlighters are so pretty. I have the shade Fearless Warm Bronze. Thanks to LNegs for sending this over my way. This is so beautiful. I'm wearing it today. It just looks like skin. It's super blinding. I definitely love this one. This is definitely one of my favorite products that LYS, you know, has in their line. I like their cream blushes, but their highlighter just really hits different for me, and I really love it. As you guys can see, I've been using it a lot. Now we're gonna move into lip products. I know this video is gonna be super long. We're probably looking at like a 45, maybe 50-minute video, which is crazy. I like to have options. Me personally, I like to have options, so you're gonna have options. Before we get into lips, this eyeliner right here from One Size is my favorite eyeliner ever. It is literally, so I'm gonna swatch it for y'all, right? We're gonna do a swatch, and we're gonna do a thick swatch. So I'm gonna let this dry, and we're gonna come back and do the rub test. I need you guys to see this eyeliner once it dries. It's waterproof, but I don't find that I have a hard time taking it off at the end of the night when I'm taking off my makeup. This is literally the only liquid liner that I use. I'm wearing it today. I love it. It's super black. This is my second one. My last one lasted me over a year. I literally just replaced this in like, I want to say January or February of this year. This is my second one, and I got it when it first came out. This one also does not bleed, which I love. It doesn't bleed. My lines are just not straight, but it doesn't bleed. That's one thing I look for in an eyeliner. It cannot bleed. It has to be super, super black. So this one, we are gonna do the rub test once it dries. Until then, I'm gonna recommend 3 lip liners to you guys that are my favorites that Sephora sells. The first one being the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Rich Brown. Second one being the Makeup by Mario lip liner in the shade Jeff. Love this because you have the pencil on one end, and then on the other end you have a brush to blend it out, which is really nice. I need to clean mine. And lastly, the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk 3, which is what I'm wearing today. So these are my 3 favorites. I recommend these formulas as well as the shades, but formula is more so what I want you guys to check out. Same thing with the lip products I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to share my favorite shades, but really it's the formula that I'm recommending to you guys and the shade. First one's being the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serums. Now this is the time to get these. The shade I'm wearing today is the shade Bare Glow. I love it because it's a really pretty nude. So I have the shade Plum Glow, Bare Glow, Mauve Glow, and Mocha Glow. So I love all of these. All of these are my favorites. I am gonna pick up the rest of the line during the sale. So yeah, love these. Highly recommend. You guys already know I'm not gonna spend too much time on these, but I just wanna let y'all know, if you guys see these, don't hesitate to pick it up. This should be like first on your list. Same thing goes for the Charlotte Tilbury lip products. I love this lip formula. My favorite shades are So 90s, Pillow Talk Intense, and Super Fabulous. I have 3 in my collection. I love all 3. The formula is super luxe, super comfortable. Just highly recommend these. Also think you guys should check out the Makeup by Mario lipsticks. These are great. Erin, Garth, and Maurice are my 3 favorite shades, but it's just a comfortable it's like a semi matte kind of formula, which I love. So definitely go and check those out. Oh my god, everything's just falling. The Fenty lipsticks honestly really surprised me. I feel like you can get these during the sale, or you guys can get these at Ulta, but I did want to recommend this to you guys because I was very intrigued by these. And maybe if you want during the sale, pick up the cases because they're $12. Like, make the price go even lower and just get the cases and then get the lipsticks later. It's really up to you, or get them at Ulta, you know, but just take advantage of the sale. You know, it only happens twice a year. The Huda Beauty cream lipsticks. These are my favorites. My 2 favorite shades are Babyface and Moneymaker. Obsessed with these. These are great, comfortable. They honestly remind me of the Makeup by Mario lip plumping serums, except they don't plump. They don't have like that tingly feeling. They just give the same look as those. So I definitely recommend those 1000%. The last lip products I want to recommend are the Laneige lip masks. These are amazing. My 2 favorite shades. One of them I can't share with y'all because they don't sell it anymore. But my 2 favorite shades that they do still sell are Gummy Bear, which is the purple one, and then Sweet Candy, which is this pink one. Love these. If your lips tend to be really dry at night and you find that you need something because you wake up with them cracked, I think you're gonna really love this, because for me, I put this on before I go to bed. It's a part of my nighttime routine. I have to have this. My lips like crave it. They need it. They long for it. And then when I wake up, it's still on my lips. And then I go in the bathroom, I wipe off my lips, and my lips are so soft. So highly recommend this. They're great. They're expensive, but you get a lot of product for your money. You really do. And I have one setting spray to recommend to you guys, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. Highly recommend this. Don't not get this. Like, this is everything. Truly, it is every single thing. I also want to recommend you guys the Cinema Secrets All Natural Brush Soap. I love this brush soap. I don't usually talk about this kind of product on my channel, but I definitely wanted to recommend this to you guys because it's my everything. I am going to pick up another one during the sale because this right here is like great. It's mess free. I feel like you can also get the liquid as well, but my camera literally just died on me, so I had to charge it. So now I'm back. We're almost done with this video because this video is super long. I just uploaded the footage to my computer and we are at 35 minutes so far, so I need to cut this down. But like I was saying, the Cinema Secrets brush soap, if you're looking for a good brush soap that's really gonna deep clean your brushes, not be too harsh, but really get like stained pigment out, not all of the brushes it works for, but most of them I've gotten a lot of my stained pigment out of with this brush soap right here, so it's really great. I have two brands that I want to recommend for eyeshadow palettes for the sale. So the first brand being Natasha Denona. I think now is the time to pick up any Natasha Denona palette. I'm wearing the bronze palette today with some Super Shock shadows on my lid, but I really love this palette. I highly recommend this one. This one's my favorite from Natasha Denona, but I definitely recommend checking out her brand. The palettes are already $60, $65, so make that price go down even low with this sale. And then the other brand I want to recommend is Huda Beauty. Any palette from Huda Beauty, I highly recommend. The two that I want to recommend to you guys though, specifically, is the Naughty Nude, which is my favorite Huda Beauty palette. You guys have seen me talk about this quite a bit on my channel recently. And then the other palette, which is obviously I want to recommend the more newer one, is the Rose Quartz palette. So if you wanted this last year but you just never got it, now is the time to get it. I love this palette. I do have a review on this palette in case you guys are curious to know my thoughts and see how this palette applies. Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner. This is really great for discoloration, getting rid of texture. I love this. I got my whole family on this, on Fenty Skin in general. Everyone uses this. They love it because it truly does work. And I already have like 2 backups of this already, so I don't need to buy any more for the sale because I already have another one I'm gonna open up probably in like 2 days. This is probably like, I feel like I probably could get like 2 or 3 more days out of this. Now I have had this for a really long time, so highly recommend this. Let's go ahead and close out this video because this video is super long. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope this video was helpful for you guys and making a decision on what you want to pick up for the sale or add to your cart. And you guys know I love hearing your recommendations, so leave them down below for me. Also, all of these products mentioned in today's video will be listed down below and linked down below so you can directly access each product. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.